walking like a turtle, but I'm walking. Not home yet. Outside the hospital. But I'm doing so well that they let me come outside and go for a walk instead of being confined to the floor. This has sucked. August 5th to now. It's been like 85 days. I spent 75 of it hospitalized. I am hunched over. I'm sweating. But I'm alive. It's funny, I had my first bowel movement on my own on Tuesday night. And it was like the most exciting thing. I was like in the bathroom screaming. I was like, I'm, you know, and I was so excited. And it's funny that we take these little things for granted. There's 1,000 things we do every day. There's so many. And you don't ever think about how appreciative you are of it until you can't do it. You can't do it on your own. You can't tie your shoes. You can't pick up your son. You can't hug your daughter. You can't sleep. You, especially in the hospital, it's mental and spiritual. To them, it's physical. Every doctor, every nurse can say, oh, just breathe deep. Breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. Oh, it's going to be okay. But they've never been through it. None of them have ever been through what you're going through. So, you go through the 5 stages of grief because something happened. You get a laparoscopic surgery. And then you get your abdomen cut open. And then you wake up one night after you passed out from going septic. And you have an ileostomy bag on you. And then your life changes. And we go through this grief. But sometimes these things happen so fast that we never get all the way to acceptance before something else happens. And then all of a sudden you're stuck in anger or denial or bargaining, which I like to call blame, or depression. And we never get to make it to acceptance. And so many things happened to me here where I never got to make it to acceptance. I got to go home 2 times during this. And both times I had PTSD. And both times I never knew I was at home. I always thought I was in the hospital. So when I would wake up and I would see my kids in the room, instead of getting to express that joy of seeing my kids, I would cry because I thought I was still in the hospital. And I would think that at any moment I was going to wake up, because hospital delirium and hospital hallucinations, they're real. And then on top of that, there's this spiritual battle. And I prayed to God on July 23rd that my life would change. When I turn 42, I'm going to do so many different things for God. And then God said, boop, here you go. I'm going to hospitalize you for 3 months. And it made me realize that He was putting me there to heal my body. But He was also putting me there so that I would almost die. And I told my kids bye 3 different times during all this. 3 different times I thought I would never wake up again. And so many times I fought with myself, blaming myself that I'm going through this because I'm being punished. And then I thought I was sharing the burden with my family, so I would apologize to them all the time. And you put yourself down this rabbit hole of doubt and pain and anguish, and it just gets worse and worse and worse, because you never get to take the time to realize the miracle of why you are there. And I made God so many promises about how I was going to live my life differently and things I was going to do differently for Him. And I realized I never would have been able to do them with the body that I had, the sickness that I had. There was nothing really wrong with my mindset, except for the fact that I didn't realize until Monday, when I took a shower with no ileostomy bag, I realized that I'm 42 years old and I've never been proud of myself. Not once. I'm always doing the next thing, and I'm always spending my time working on the next thing, and I never take the time to look at the wins that I have right now. I never take the time to not take things for granted, but take time to stop and smell the roses. Take the time to enjoy your life. Take the time to be thankful, and not just to God and not just to your family, but to yourself for the things that you've done and the things that you've accomplished. And I had to be pushed to near death. I had to literally fight for my life in order to learn this. And we don't always have to get to that point. So if you're watching this video, take the time to be proud of yourself. Like, you don't have to go through 3 major surgeries and a hematoma and 129 blood withdrawals with labs and 39 bowel movements of explosive diarrhea after your bowels get reconnected. You don't have to go through all that to take a moment to be proud of yourself. And I think that that's one of the problems with all of us, is we're all so stuck in our heads, and we're also stuck in the things that we need to accomplish next, that we never take the time to realize that wherever you are right now, you made it. You made it here, right now. You made it. You can be proud of yourself for today. You can be proud of yourself for yesterday. You can be proud of yourself for the last 42 years of life, or however long it's been. But make sure you take the time to pat yourself on the back and say, you know what? I did a great fucking job. And I'm happy with where I am. No matter what happens tomorrow, I'm thankful for where I am. And it doesn't matter if you believe in God. It doesn't matter what you believe in, because God believes in you. And regardless of how your belief system works, you have to be smart enough to realize that there's some kind of energy that we can negotiate with, and we can create with, and we can plead to, and we can sacrifice to. And for some reason, you make the right connections, and the right people show up in your life, and the right things happen. For the first time in my life, I came to a hospital, and a surgeon knew exactly what was wrong with me. And she was able to look through 13 years of images where doctors said, I don't know what's wrong with you. I'm sending you home. And she knew exactly what was wrong. And she saved my life. And as soon as we got through all the surgeries, poof, she's gone. My guardian angel. And so many people at this hospital have been my guardian angels. And my wife, and my kids, and my Trina, my friends, a lot of people in Porsche Club, a lot of people that I work with and work for me, they've been there, coming to visit me. I never stopped working. I never stopped following my passions. I never stopped following my purpose. But for the first time in my life, I learned to appreciate who I am and the struggle that I've gone through. And I just wanted to let you know that it's okay to believe in yourself. And it's okay to be proud of yourself. So if you do anything today, thank you. Thank you. Thank you and who you are. Take the time to thank you and be proud of you. I used to attribute my strength to how much muscle I had on me. Well, now I'm 80 pounds of muscle light, and I realize how strong I am. Most people wouldn't go through this, couldn't go through this. A lot of people give up on this. A lot of people commit suicide through this. A lot of people never change, and they get stuck in despair, and they never come out of it. But I'm about to volunteer in the wound department so that I can be there for patients and advocate for them whenever they're stuck in the 5 stages of grief and they don't have anybody there who's there for them. I'm about to come here and volunteer in the chaplain department. A lot of you don't know, I've been a minister for 13 years now. And I became a minister just so I could help some friends get married. But now I realize that's part of my calling. So anyway, I'm going to end this message. But I just wanted to remind you to be proud of yourself today.